stupid big brother wouldn't give me a go, no matter how I whinged and cried.
Nope.
It was always like this when we play video games. He never gives me a go.
You're useless at games,
He says to me,
too clumsy, too stupid, too slow. And he's bigger than me, so there's nothing I can do but seethe when he calls me names. And jealously watch as he controls the characters of the super fun video games.
So I grumpily sat and watched him play, hoping he'd give me a go when he died.
Nope.
But knowing he wouldn't.
Nope.
I can't even go play because of the storm that was raging outside.
Then crack! It happened. The window was shattered by a sizzling hot lightning bolt, which zapped straight into our console box and electrified it with 1 billion volts. The box hopped and crackled and fizzed about. Then lightning flashed out of the controller, which my brother gripped tightly in his paw. Boy, did he lose his composure. He twisted and twitched like a fish on a hook.
An electric trout,
I decided as I peered. And then, with a sizzle and a puff of smoke,
my annoying big brother disappeared. Oh no!
I declare,
My brother is gone. What an awful tragedy, I must say. Fried to a crisp by a lightning bolt. Oh well, my turn to play. The jitterbugs were tickling my tummy now. The excitement in my eyes began to burn. I'd be driving and shooting and flying now. At last it was going to be my turn.
I clutched the controller tightly in my hand and pressed the button to make it start, when a voice started squeaking from the television set. It gave me such a fright.
My heart. It's me, little bro. Your darling big brother. It's me. Look at me. I'm a telly. The lightning has sucked me right into the game. Help! I'm sorry I called you smelly.
I narrowed my eyes, then squinted them up. And
What the hell? There he was. It was true.
a little 8-bit version of my brother was waving. Something odd was going down.
And this I knew.
Absent-mindedly, my thumb pressed the controller to the right. Then you'll never guess what happened, so I'll tell. My pixelated brother, right there on the screen, well, he started moving to the right as well.
Now this is interesting.
I thought to myself,
Let's see how else I could make him move.
and soon I had him running all around. And boy, did my big brother not approve.
Hey, stop it! Just quit!
He shouted in vain as I flipped him upside down.
You're not allowed to do this! This isn't fair!
He squeaked as I made him dance like a clown.
Okay, stop!
Shrilled he.
You've had your fun, so help me get out of here! I can't spend my whole life being trapped in the game!
He sniffed with an 8-bit tear. An evil laugh interrupted our chat, and it rocked us both to our core.
You'll never escape the video game realm. You're trapped here forevermore.
Squeaked bro, trembling like a jelly,
I did your very worst fear.
and the both of us gasped in terrified shock as a shadowy figure began to appear. Oh, it's you! I gushed in a sigh of relief.
Quick, Attackman! You better run! There's a creepy monster or scared or something, and it's coming! It won't be fun!
Pac-Man and unleashed a ferocious cackle. Then stared at us both deadpan.
Pac-Man's not me, but an idiot of my tribe. I'm Attackman.
Attackman!
I gasped.
You evil fiend! What have you done to my bro? I'm not mad, by the way. I'm only asking. You can keep him if you want, you know?
I'm sick and tired
The villain began.
of humans controlling our lives by making us jump and swing through the air and fighting off an angry beehive. For too long, we've suffered your stupid mistakes, like getting blown up by hot laser flames. But now, I've gone and captured one of you, and you're really going to find out what it's like in a video game.
You did this on purpose?
My brother yelped.
You wretch! You scheming ball of cheese! I didn't know that video games were real! Please let me go! Oh, please! thief!
I let you go.
Attackman replied, flashing a devilish grin.
You got 10 seconds to run before I bite you in half. Clock's ticking. Let the games begin.
What else could I do but take control before it became all too late?
And tried to get my brother somewhere safe to avoid his grisly face.
A message flashed up on the screen. Your game has finished to download. So I hammered the X button as quick as I could and up popped Crossy Road. And there was my brother at the bottom of the screen, and he sure looked nervous and scared.
Don't worry yourself, don't panic. I'm basically a pro. I've got this.
I boldly declared.
No, you haven't.
He quavered.
You're useless at this. You never make it past the first leg. Don't move me.
He warned.
I'm serious, right? If you do, I'll get squashed like an egg.
Ew, boogers!
Fine.
I snapped.
I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you right here to rot. No!
He squealed.
Please don't go. But if you do, then I'll surely get caught. Well, enough of your lip. I'm serious, bro. I'm the only chance that you've got to save your skin from Attackman's plan and to foil his evil plot. Okay, I'm sorry.
He hopelessly wails as his 8-bit features freeze.
Oh, crikey, I hear him. I think he's coming. Let's get moving, but be careful, please.
And sure enough, a sinister jingle played, and Attackman's voice hissed,
Here I come.
Start moving me, bro. I don't want to get eaten. He's coming. Hurry up, make me run.
My brow furrowed deep as I concentrated hard and began tapping the button to make him jump. And bit by bit, my brother moved up the screen, avoiding obstacles bump by bump. Over rivers we hopped and cross train tracks we bopped, avoiding all the cars as they came. And even my brother had to admit,
Okay, you're actually pretty good at this game.
and then something happened which we didn't expect, and my poor brother, he started to scream. Attackman appeared with his great choppy jaws, not at the bottom, but at the top of the screen. And everyone knows that in Crossy Road, you move from bottom to top.
And unless you keep moving, you'll surely die. And that's why you mustn't ever stop.
My puny little human, you didn't last long, and now I shall gobble you up. It's time for you to feel how sharp these teeth are. Come here now, you little pup.
And with a whack, 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 he started to move right down the screen towards my bro, who started to wail,
What will I do? He's going to chew me up slow.
I'm not gonna lie, I was starting to sweat. Cold beads were coursing down my face. And when an idea arrived in my mind like a thundering train, I left my brother still in place.
What are you doing? At least make me dodge. You're the worst player I've ever seen. But I was ignoring his rude insult as I stared intently at the screen.
Whack, whack, whack. Attackman reached my brother and opened his horrifying jaws. But right at the second he was about to bite, an eagle snatched my brother up in its claws.
Of course!
My brother rejoiced in delirious joy.
The eagle grabs you as you're caught by the screen. See you later, fat man.
He taunted and jeered.
You weird, creepy, overgrown bean.
Not bad, player one.
Attackman hissed.
I'll have to watch you a little closer. You're safe here for now, but we're only beginning. This game is far from over.
A jingle rang out, which sounded quite familiar, and a smile on my face unfurled.
Did you hear that, bro?
My brother announced,
I think I'm in Mario World.
It's me, Mario!
and sure enough, there he was, at the beginning of a 2D Super Mario level.
Oh boy, let's play!
My brother squealed,
But watch out for that ghastly, pretty devil!
so off we went. Of course we did. It was the opportunity of a lifetime. In a flash, I had my brother collecting coins and had him jump and dash and climb.
This is so much fun!
My 8-bit bro did chirp as he leapt on a Goomba's head.
I've always wanted to be a Mario man. There's nothing I'd rather do instead.
We slid down hills and leapt over water and avoided the piranha plant. But then a fireball grazed his arm and shrunk him down. A little, just like an ant.
Come on, little bro, no hanging around. Get me to that question block.
And I did what he said and pressed on the jump so that he could give it a great big knock. But unfortunately for us, what came out of the block was not exactly part of our plan. It wasn't a mushroom or a flower that emerged. It was that horrible, grinning Attackman! I screamed as my thumb pressed down, and my brother dashed away in great haste. Because Attackman this time didn't say a word, just leapt after him in relentless chase. My brother moved fast, but his legs were so small that they were barely keeping him ahead. And with each passing second, Attackman got closer.
And my heart, it filled with dread.
Because we reached the section with spinning fire, and I was forced to make my brother stop. Standing on a pipe like a sitting duck, just waiting for the axe to drop.
You've done quite well to get this far. You've shown a certain knack for playing my game, but your luck has run out. It's time for Attackman to snack.
With a snarl he lurched, but unfortunately I froze. My voice cried out,
Wake up, you clown! It was my brother pleading with me to listen. Look where I'm standing! Hurry up, press down!
My tongue just reacted. It did what he said, and immediately the danger was cleared. As Attackman's jaws, they snapped in thin air. As down the tube, my brother disappeared. Roared Attackman, gnashing his teeth.
He's escaped for now, it's true. But don't get too cocky, I'll soon nibble his toes. I haven't nearly finished with you.
Hey look, loads of bubbles!
My brother in wonder did exclaim,
There's loads of platforms and bits of fruit on the floor. I don't recognize this game.
On the screen a little dinosaur and some tiny robots were involved in some sort of squabble. Then I slapped my palm right across my forehead.
This game is called Bubble Bobble. It's a game from 30 years ago that Mum used to play. It actually looks like fun. The little dinos there, well, they shoot bubbles out, and away from the robots they run.
They trap the robots in the bubble,
Then burst it to transform them to fruit.
until they've gotten rid of all the robots.
And they move up a level. Oh look at them, they're so cute. Better not rest.
My brother advised.
When we know who's after me. No problemo.
I quipped.
We better get going, because with him, I had to agree.
My fingers whirled into action, and I have to say, this game was actually such a blast. Soon we were hopping, burping and popping, then up to the next level, we passed. We were having such an awesome time that we both fair clean forgot about the fiendish villain who was hunting us, the cheesy sphere with the devilish plot. Who was about to make his presence known when my brother hopped right into a bubble. But it wasn't fruit that came tumbling out, it was Attackman!
Now we were in trouble! Run!
I screamed, but then suddenly realized why Attackman had chosen this game. There was no escape from these upside down levels that were surrounded by a platform frame.
Do you know
Attackman sniffed.
that I rather think that this time your goose is fried? There's no way out of this bubble box. You can run, but you cannot hide.
I did my best, my fingers a blur, as my bro hopped around like a robin. But I groaned, uh-oh, as I shot a bubble at the villain, and it harmlessly bounced off of his noggin.
Uh-oh.
Attackman smirked at our attempts to escape from the boxed off 8-bit level. Then he threw his head back and howled in laughter, the fiendish round dastardly devil.
Hello! Wait, that's his level!
I thought, as an idea it flashed into my mind.
I might have just found a way to save my bro from an ending most cruel and unkind. To move on to the next level in this game, you must float there in a bubble. So if I get sneaky and devious now, I might just get bro out of trouble. We give up, you win.
I theatrically declare.
Attackman, you surely are the best. But before you slurp my brother up like jam, will you grant us a final request?
At last you realize how powerful I am. What can I say? I'm a sucker for charm. Attackman will allow you one final request. It's not like you've long to live. What's the harm?
My brother stood rigid and nervous and tense as I spoke that evil cheese.
Well, my bro and I, we both love this retro game. So, will you fire us one last bubble, please?
Is that it? He scoffed. You humans are weird. I'll never figure you out. And he tilted his head back and with an enormous belch blew a bubble right out of his mouth. I wasted no time in flicking the right button and my bro jumped right into that bubble, which floated him away from the hopping mad cheddar. We twisted him right up into a muddle. But we couldn't celebrate as my bro wasn't safe. Attackman wasn't finished, I knew. And as the screen faded to black, a dread overcame me. And my bro, he felt it too. Because our ears picked up a soundtrack playing that was dark and edgy and intense. If I
Didn't know any better, I'd say it was boss level music and that an epic battle was about to commence.
You guessed right.
spoke Attackman, appearing at once.
This is the end of the road for this game. You've proved yourselves to be capable gamers, but time is up. What a shame. Welcome,
He roared.
to the bossman level. This is the lair of the back.
Then blue barriers appeared and strings of yellow dots, all on a background red black.
I feel I must inform you
Attackman sneered.
that from here there is no way out. No eagle will come, no rift will be open, no bubbles, no escape password to shout. But I am a veritable video game legend, not some slimy human dude. So I will allow the chance to play yourself free, for this is a video game code.
We'll play!
We roared.
So tell us the rules. How do we complete this game?
It's Batman!
He shrugged.
So if you collect all the dots without being eaten, then freedom to game.
We can do this! We can!
I reassured my brother.
We've got all the skills and know what to do!
Just that moment.
Sneered Attackman.
I haven't finished explaining yet. You didn't think it would be that easy, did you? I won't be alone chasing you around this maze. No. I've got a whole other plan. I've invited some brothers to join our fun. Say hello to Hack, Crack, and Smackman.
We gasped in shock as 3 Pac-Men appeared, for now we were truly encumbered. How could we escape the jaws of this fiend, being so utterly and heavily outnumbered?
Ready, boys?
He jeered, that evil cheese, with a rotten evil cheddar-based heart.
We haven't got all day to hang around. Hurry up, player one. Press start.
The Pac-Men split up and moved into position. One went north, east, west and south. Then with a beat, they started to hunt, their jaws glistening razor sharp in their mouth. Now my brother and me, we fell into a trance. It was like our 2 brains became one.
Move left, then right!
The instructions came,
Now up, now down, now run!
but the Pac-Men were relentless and they chased us all around. We barely had time to catch our breath. Because if we stopped for a second, they would surely catch up, and that would mean my bro's certain death. We were collecting loads of dots, but the Pac-Men weren't bothered. They seemed quite chilled, as a matter of fact. And it was then that I realized
But the more dots we collect, the easier it would be for us to get trapped.
And alas for us, this proved to be true when there was only one last dot to collect.
Come get it.
Taunted Attackman with an evil grin, like a spider might give an insect. Then they started to slither and maneuver around us until we were completely boxed in. The 4 of them had us totally surrounded.
We were doomed! We had no chance to win!
And this is the part where you lose, player one. This is where I gobble up your friend. My brothers and I are hungry, you see. This is where you die now. The end.
I gasped in despair as they opened their jaws.
There was no way to escape nor nothing I could do! Until the voice of my brother did pierce my head. Player 2, you idiot! Player 2! Of course!
I exclaimed, understanding at once, the idea hitting me like a steamroller. I leapt like a frog up off of the couch.
And snatched up the other controller.
Then start I pressed and instantly saw a second character appear on the screen, which I zoomed towards the dot while the Pac-Man closed in.
Will I make it? What a dramatic final scene!
Left, right, left, and up, down, up. I frantically moved player 2 through the maze. Their snapping jaws were mere millimeters away. Oh, would my brother see any more days? Then just as the first tooth of Attackman swung down and was about to cut through my brother's skin, the four of them stiffened as if frozen in time and then wildly began to spin.
And I knew why, so I let them know. Attackman, look what I've got!
Because in the hand of player 2 did neatly rest
The last and most precious dust.
But how?
wheezed Attackman.
It cannot be! You cheated! This is horrendously unfair!
And those were the last words he ever uttered as he and the others shrank into thin air.
A title descended onto the screen. Congratulations, you've completed the game! Then the screen began to glitch and my brother vanished with a puff of pixelated flame. There was a fizzing zap of electrical current and my brother was suddenly back on the couch.
I'm back!
He rejoiced.
You saved the day! Oh, I'm sorry I was such a grouch. You've proved yourself beyond a shadow of a doubt. You're basically a gaming pro. You've defeated Attackman across multiple games. I'm so proud of you, little bro.
I suddenly go all red, shy and bashful.
Well, I couldn't have a foiled Attackman scheme without your help, my brave big brother. You and I guess we make a great team.
Indeed we do.
My brother beams.
We two, we're birds of a feather.
And then he wraps me up in a great big hug and whispers,
Let's always stick together.
Agreed!
I bawl, all choked up with emotion.
I'll always watch your back, this I vow. It's you and me forever, bro. Do you want to play two-player now?
Ah, my sweet, sweet brother.
He smiles at me.
My respect for you, you did earn. But I'm not playing with a sad sack like you. Give me that controller now. It's my turn.
Shoryuken!